are you? I should have messed up my whole thing there. I should have me move the table. Now it doesn't look right.
Why?
Yeah. You don't think it looks too far away? You look like way down here.
It's all good, right, guys? Happy. What is today? Friday. Just dawned on me. Today's Friday. I don't know why. I'm tired, guys.
Good evening, everyone. I just let her start because I want to see if and where it goes
Where
anywhere.
her brain is at today. It's not
today.
there.
Good evening, everyone. Kathy, Luann, Lewis. How's everyone doing? Yes, happy Friday. We haven't been on because we're crazy busy with a million different things. It's that time of the year where it's 90 miles an hour all the way up until the middle of December. We go, 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 and we don't stop. So that's where we're at. And I'm wearing the glasses again because my damn doctors, the injections that I get, I had a whole runaround where I was supposed to get them, and I got denied and denied again, and then finally approved, and the appointment's not till November, so it's going to be worse and worse until then. So I'll be wearing the glasses, so bear with them on and off because I'm going to need them. Anyway, I know we talked about doing the cable access, but that's going to have to wait till next week because...
Yeah, if you saw the other side of where we're sitting, our whole living room is just stacked with cases and stuff for tomorrow. It's kind of insane. Wires everywhere where things are charging and plugged in. So yeah, we've been going nonstop.
Tomorrow is the Woodbridge Psychic Fair, which we do once a year. That is a fundraising event for the Barron Arts Center. The $5 admission, all of that goes to the Barron Arts Center, as well as any charges for the vending tables. That all goes to the Barron for future programming, for anything they need.
And we had a nice surprise, too. We found out today that there would definitely be a food truck there at the Psychic Fair, and that they're actually going to have a picnic table outside.
Three.
Actually. 3 of them?
Yes.
It's going by 3. Oh, picnic tables?
Billy said, don't take much. You said 1, and it was a great day. And 3, it's a party. Now it's a party.
Listen, for me...
Yes,
to be able to go outside because I think they do coffee. I think Cynthia told me they do coffee, and that right there sold. If you didn't have food, but you have coffee, that's a good for me.
Forget about the 18, 19 vendors that we're going to have and what's going to be. But
I'm just saying the coffee.
3 picnic benches and coffee. Well, that's good enough for some people.
Hey, I'm a cheap date.
You think so? Anyway, so tomorrow is the Psychic Fair, and I don't even really like the name. Like, that's kind of the general term for like those events, psychic fairs, when they're not all psychics. It should be like the Reader Fair or something like that, but it's just always been Psychic Fair. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But there's going to be lots of readers. Unfortunately, again, Jane Doherty can't make it. She's having health issues, and so
thank you, Michael.
Send your thoughts and prayers her way because she's got serious issues, and she's going to be going some procedures. And again, we're right there with you, Jane. We love you. All of our thoughts and prayers that everything goes well and that you're okay. So Jane won't be there tomorrow, but there'll be a lot of readers and there'll be some vendors. And it's from 11 to 5. It's $5 admission. We literally have to go from there, 5 o'clock, to getting in our car and driving over to Bridgewater to the Van Horn building. So literally, we finish, we get in our car, we race over there, we set up, and then we start an event over there. So it's an all-day thing, and we've been, besides that, I mean, you guys coming to the Van Horn event, we'll see you there tomorrow. But I had a strange request from someone today. This shows you again, people could say be kind, be nice, all that stuff. It's easy. Words are easy, people. Words,
Actions are the hardest things to
actions are what I do. I'm just saying. So somebody contacted me today who says they watch us and they like what we do, and they wanted tickets to the Van Horn because they're close by. They pass by the building, according to them, like all the time over 30 years, and they've always been wondering what was in there and what the building looks like. Don't know why they never went in for a tour when it's open, but whatever. So there are no tickets. There's no tickets for anything till next year, with the exception of the Burlington Prison. If you want to come to the open house, that's $5. We'll be there all day on November 16th. But ghost hunts,
do. In our libraries, all our library
yeah,
events
the
are
library,
open.
those are free lectures. But so anyway, this person said, "Oh, I would have liked to have gotten tickets." I said, "No, I can't do it." So I said, "How far?" She said, "I'm 10 minutes away." I said, "Tell you what, we should be getting there around 5:30 ish." I said, "If you're 10 minutes away, if you want to come before we start the event and just take a quick tour, I'll show you the downstairs, the upstairs, and the basement. You're welcome to do that." And she said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, just it'll be quick though, because once the event starts, you got to go. We can't fit anybody else in." So, again, actions. That's what I do. I give. I give, I give, I give. Words are easy. Be kind, be nice. I am kind. I am nice.
You need to be more than kind once.
And I'm humble. That's another thing. The three big things. So, anyway, that's what I did. So, she's going to come by tomorrow, take her for a quick tour. But, yeah, we're going to be tired. I mean,
But I do want to mention, too, that when he skipped over going from the psychic fair, we are having three people who are going to do lectures at the psychic fair that are free, too. So you pay the $5 to come in. So not only the vendors and your psychic readers, but you also have 3 psychic mediums who are going to do 3 different lectures. So we have Judy K that's going on at 12. And I don't even remember I should look them up so I could tell you guys what they are, shouldn't
there are
I?
literally boards right there.
Oh yeah, they are, aren't they? I keep thinking they're by the door where I work.
Oh my. See? That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, that's what
Show
happens.
them the giant boards that you're going to look it up at your phone, but show them the giant boards that have the lectures on them.
I don't even think
she was going to look it up on her phone. Look at that. That was literally 3 feet away from her.
Judy K. Communicate with the other side. 12 o'clock.
She was going to look that up on her phone. It's right there.
I didn't remember I put them there because I had them by the door. And then we got Maria Gilbert. I don't know if you can see that. Connect with your own higher self to heal at 1:30. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, no. Are we going to hear dun, dun, dun,
And the
dun
last
for
one,
everything?
Stacy Lee. Connecting.
Just go ahead.
I'm trying to hold that in your hands
hit me
anyway,
with it.
right? Connecting with nature, earth energies, and animal spirit guides at 2:30. See? There you go. There you go.
And these are all part of
Our
lectures, and lectures. There's only 3 lectures, but there's 5.
Because it's not as bad. It's about pointing to where all the lectures are.
But she was going to look that up.
Directions.
She was going to look that up on her phone.
I forgot that they were there.
This is what I mean? This is what I deal with daily. So anyway, that's 11 to 5. It's not far from the Barron. If you've ever been to the Barron Arts Center in Woodbridge, it's literally up the road from there. Nice building.
It's 95 Port Reading Ave.
Yeah, it's right up the road from the Barron Arts Center. We'll be there.
I did the poster, Susan, my wackiness.
We'll be there all day long. We have to get there early to set everything up and make sure all the vendors get in, all the vendors get set up. But we'll be there from 11 to 5 throughout the whole entire thing. So if you want to come by and just see the lectures, like she said, for free, and pay your $5 to come in and hang out, maybe you'll see a reader that you like, that and you'll feel like getting a reading. by all means do that. We don't know what the price points are. Everybody asks us, what do they charge? Some charge for 15-minute readings, half-hour readings,
So for
45
20
minute
minutes,
readings.
yeah.
They're
And it
all
also
different.
depends because there's Reiki, there's
Tarot,
I forget what Buddha Hawk does. He does like this
like
energy,
energy,
type thing. So again, it also depends on what you want and what you are looking to get. Are you looking for a shorter read, a longer read? I mean, we do work with them to give smaller, inexpensive ones, but
They
it
charge
all
what they
depends
charge.
on what you guys are asking them to do.
And they charge what they charge. We have
Yeah.
no control over what the prices are. But again, this is all for the Barnard Center. So we're helping our friends out. Nice day tomorrow. So hopefully have a good turnout. And if you want, you could go from there right to the Woodbridge Street Fair, which is 5 minutes away. There'll be food down there and vendors down there that you could walk and check out down there. So you can go back and forth if you want. Because a lot of people, if there's one specific reader you want, you put your name on a time slot and it may be an hour and a half.
A few of them were pre-booking a few slots, I believe.
So, but I'm just saying, if you have that kind of time, you can leave and come back.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely.
So but on the street fair, you know, check out all the vendors, enjoy the weather, come back, get your reading. You know, but
or if you're waiting for a reading, go check out a lecture.
Either or. Because there are lectures, and lectures.
Now let me lecture you.
So again, let me look on my phone again what time they were because I
12, 1:30, and 2:30. See? Got it. I know he was.
Goes right down there. Anyway, so that's where we'll be tomorrow during the day. And then, like I said, literally, it ends at 5. We say goodbye. The vendors are still packing out their stuff, and we're out the door. And we're on our way to the Van Horn so we can set up everything there so that we're ready for 7 o'clock when that event starts. And again, by the time all that's over, yeah, we are tired, man. And that's a long day. And we're getting into, we were approached by, I won't say who and what yet because I'll wait till it's done and we do it and then we'll talk about it. But we were approached again to film, not with Channel 11, with another TV thing where we're going to do a segment and we're going to do that again. We're figuring out a day when we're going to film that. I don't know when that's going to happen, but it's going to be probably within the next week or two. So that'll be cool. And we're doing something on Monday that, you know, involves some filming of some stuff. And the library stuff is all coming out. We were asked to do Centenary University, the college library. They want us to do a lecture there. And that came out of the blue. So, of course, I said yes because I don't know how to say no. So we did that.
It's that kindness you're doing.
So, again, it's, you know, that on the heels of doing the auction, which, again, a lot of you guys were watching. And Celine, I know people, different people bought objects, which was really cool. But, yeah, there was no way we were doing a creeper investigation, knowing we were going back up there for that.
Who got the shoes? Kathy, did you get those shoes? Somebody got those shoes that I loved. Those wedding and funeral shoes. I just couldn't remember. I was just thinking, you know, if somebody remembered and they watched it, they get. You know? He is a get. Oh, you did get them, Kathy. See? Went to the right place. I'm happy about that. Yes, he is a giver. He gives. 100%, Nicole. Uh-huh.
If anybody else hear that train, just the squeal of the brakes and it come to a screeching halt because I sure did. Anyway, the cool thing about the Van Horn is like last year or the year before, I can't remember which year, if you guys remember, we did the Halls Mills presentation. I probably would be able to show. I don't know. Did we film? I don't think we filmed that.
Mm-hmm.
No, we didn't film it. But it's a murder that happened 100 years ago. Again, it's a long story. A reverend who was married with one of his congregation, who was also married, They were having an affair with each other. They were both found murdered. It's a whole long story. Look it up, Paul's Mills. The artifacts from that crime are going to be in the building. So
Yeah.
that should add a whole nother level of who knows what. You know, you never know.
It's a what
It's
is
a
it?
display.
Yeah, it's a display that they move around to different
Yeah,
locations,
so
and
I
it's going
mean,
to be there.
that could add a
there.
whole nother
Which is
level.
crazy in itself.
of
Don't you
energy.
think about it? That the Hall's Mills murder exhibit gets moved around to different places, and it's just going to happen to be there the
It's
night
not
that
the
we're
cool
gonna be.
stuff that we.
No,
we
no,
still,
it's not. It's going to be in the Van Horn, but it's not going to be the stuff that.
Yeah, it'll be in a
investigate
side
about.
room. But
Yeah.
and again, it's just kind of like displays and stuff. I don't know if they
Yeah.
have any actual clothing or anything. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think they did, but I'm not sure. But anyway, but still, they're going to be talking about it. If they do have artifacts, that again in turn can ratchet things up. That way, you never know. But like I said, we are doing 4 library lectures if you want to include the Centenary University one, but that's going to be for the students. But we're going to be in Trenton, and we're going to be in Clark, and we're going to be in Linden doing library lectures. So that's another thing that's free. You come to that. It's going to be all the same lecture. So if you want to come to one, you don't need to go to the other because it'll all be the same thing. I haven't figured out what the
I don't remember the dates, but October 16th is the Trenton Library. You got 6:30 to 8. October 22nd will be the Clark Library at 7 p.m. October 30th is Centenary College one, which you said is for the students.
October what?
23rd.
Yeah.
And then October 30th.
I guess it's the Trenton Library. I mean, I don't know Trenton all that much.
It just says Trenton Library.
Yeah, I don't know Trenton that much.
6:30 to 8. And then the Clark, October 22nd. October 23rd is Centenary. And then October 30th will be the Linden Library starting at 6:30.
But here's the thing too. Again, like I said, we're grateful that we keep getting emails. I know it's the time of the year where people come out of the woodwork and want to do ghost hunts and paranormal everything, and I keep getting emails every day about the mine, and even about this weekend I got emails, and it's great that people are still asking and inquiring about that. But if you're watching and you don't watch us a whole lot or whatever, there's, except for the library lectures and November 16th at Burlington Prison, which is an open house. You can wander the prison, take the tour, hang out with us, talk about paranormal stuff. There are no tickets for any ghost hunts this year left. Done. That's it. The only one would be the Ghost of Christmas Pass, which we decided was December 13th, Friday, December 13th.
That's right. We were talking about that.
That's, again, I told Donna I want nothing to do with that because I don't want people emailing me today saying, hold the spot, because Donna wants it to be open to everyone, even the people that follow her Instagram and all that other stuff. So she's like,
she's just going to like activate the thing
she's
one
just
day,
going to announce it and put it out there, and I'm sure I'll find out.
How does she do it? They email her when the time comes? Or does
know.
she have like a thing that they just go on to?
Don't know.
Don't know.
Don't want to know.
No.
But
she sells the tickets.
That's, she wanted to, like I said, she just wanted to, when it's ready, she said in November, she didn't say when, she's going to announce it. It's going to be out there in 16 spots, and that's it.
So you're going to have to follow her page.
The golden ticket, your Charlie Bucket. You know if there will be a limit. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many you could buy? No. That's entirely up to Donna. I have nothing to do with that. Nothing. We're just going to be there. It'll be Chris and I. December 13th. We'll be there. We already know how it's going to be set up. We have an idea. And the cool thing about that is that we not only have the objects that we use 3 different objects for each session, but we also have Mike now. So, Mike may be around as well, grabbing people's signs. Or I'll tell you another really cool thing too that we did that you guys didn't see. I have video of it, and I'll show it if Donna okays it. You know that jacket that we investigated, the hunter's jacket?
Oh.
Donna opened up one of the pouches and she sent me a picture. There's these little pouches all over the jacket. Some are small, some are big, some are fatter, some are thin. Um, but they're sewn to the jacket. You have to cut them off, and then they're sealed with thread. You have to take off the thread, and when you open it, there's paper that dates way back, and then there's more modern paper. We cut 4 of them off, and we looked, and holy cannoli! The one I can't access my phone. It's up there, but you're not gonna be able to see it. I took a picture of it on mine. Mm-hmm. But it was a message about God, and I can't remember the message, but then it's all this writing, this strange writing, and then the one has symbols all on it, lines and circles. I mean, we were tempted to open up all of them because it is just a crazy mystery what the heck this is and what they represent. But what do you want me to do with that?
I didn't know if you wanted that was what you're talking about. That's what you took the picture from.
I mean, you could hold. I don't know what the camera's going to get with that.
Oh yeah. So what this was what was in one of the pouches. Let me flip it around. So, I don't know if you guys can see the.
No.
It's got writings, and that's what was unfolded out of a little pouch. It was worth a try. It was worth a try.
But again, we were there till almost 11 o'clock. And we were just opening up these things, and it was like X-Files. We were like, what in the heck? And I kept doing Google searches. So I would take a picture of it and then do a Google search and ask it to translate the writing, and it couldn't always do it. It did it for one of them because it was real clear. And again, it was something about God and being with God and being part. It was weird.
It was all about the following the path of goodness and righteousness, really and being
just that one thing though. But there was
it was something that was really profound and made you feel really good.
So very interesting. Again, stuff like that. I love that. I mean that's intriguing as hell. And again, you could tell that it was generational because some of it was on how do you say it, papyrus. Is that how you say it? The old paper.
Yeah.
And some of it was on paper that was a little bit older, and then some of it was on like modern paper. So you could see it was generational, but the text all looked the same, the way things were written.
One of them, it looked like they kept doing papyrus. One of them looked like where they kept writing, and you could see a pattern in the writing but they would like write and then flip the page, and they would write the same thing over the top of from another angle, and so it was almost like they kept writing it when they kept changing. So all of this writing is overlapping each other, but if you look really careful in between the ink spots, you could actually see where there's a pattern where you could see that it's like when a teacher punished you and you went to the board, I will not chew gum. I will not chew gum. And that's what it looked like. It's like that type of repetitious.
Never happened to me. So
but it was literally done so many times and then flipped and then written over from the other side at different angle. And like, it was pretty wild, really wild.
And the one was just, it looked like someone took a strip of whatever kind of paper. And again, that was a hunter's jacket. It looks like they just swabbed blood on the strip.
It did.
It was almost looked like a wristband, but you could see the dried blood, and there was a leaf in it too, which was weird.
It was so like a sealant.
Yeah, it was like weird.
It was crazy.
But a
powdery substance.
We were fascinated by it. We were like, you could be like those movies where people get obsessed and put them all on the wall and try to figure out.
What did you say to Donna? You felt like you were like in that movie 23?
Yeah, movie 23 where he becomes obsessed with the number and he writes on the walls and everything. Really cool though. Again, and that's to her credit. That's the kind of interesting stuff she gets there. But like I said, that'll be December 13th. The Ghost of Christmas Past will be there, and that really will be the final event for the year. And then we celebrate, and then we relax, and then who knows after that. I see people booking events for next year, and I'm like, you people are crazy, man. You people are crazy. You know,
We
like
haven't even finished this year out.
I ain't announcing nothing, man. I ain't announcing nothing for next year. I mean, nothing. There's no.
I mean, we did talk about a possibility of looking into a cruise.
Yeah, but
We
yeah,
talked about that.
but again, I'm not announcing
No.
nothing, zero until January, February ish. You know, that's it. Be done. We're done because we're gonna run into a lot of Fridays and Saturdays.
We do. We have to wait. We only know that it's going to be Friday, December the 13th, and it's Donna's going to announce it sometime on her page in November when they go on sale. Because we have nothing to do with that. It's on her.
Yeah, she doesn't like when I mention it because people bombard her.
Even though she mentioned it first.
But I told her I don't want to have anything to do because I'll get emails from people today, tomorrow, whatever, saying I was first. And I emailed the, and she wants to at least try to open it up to people that follow the Creeper page on Instagram or whatever. So when she goes live with it, I won't even know.
No,
I'm sure
she's
I'll
not
find
even
out
telling us.
because someone will tell me, but she's just gonna go live with it when she does. And
So they can take and get like a notice from the Creeper Gallery, right?
how would I? You could follow
Hi,
their
Jason.
page. You could follow their page and get
Yeah.
notifications, but I don't know. But that's on her. I know it's going to be probably 2 hour events or hour and a half, whatever. However, we're doing it. We did it last year.
Yeah.
But it should be cool. And again, you get to be in the shop. You hang out with us. Celebrate the holidays. Donna has snacks, and it's just a good time. You know what I mean? And we're with the haunted objects, and whatever happens, happens. We did get Chris possessed one year. You can't guarantee that.
Funny.
You can't guarantee that every year, but
don't bring out that bad stuff.
That's the problem. You're gonna have to walk outside because we're not sticking in all the sunshines and fairy dust. I was really surprised.
But that hunter's thing is one of those things that it makes you feel good.
That's
why
different.
Is that so? Why
There's
is it
the
different?
mystery of the
because he
that's what makes it cool.
Here's the kicker: what you just learned about John and what I just learned. If you take all the little good stuff and your little gems and magic rocks and you put them in a little pouch and you stitch it up and you hook it to a jacket that you haven't found yet. Hasn't happened yet. And you put it on a jacket and it's from, many years ago. And as long as him and Donna can open it up to see what's going to happen, they'll be engaged.
No, that was cool. There's some kind of mystery involved there. That's
there is,
cool.
But it's all good. It's positive.
But yeah, well, not everybody wants it. Name me, okay, besides maybe Ghost, name me like one movie. I know there's a lot of chick flicks out there about ghosts and spirits that are, good, feel good ghost movies. But the most movies that people remember about spirits are what?
Casper.
The scary ones, the negative ones.
Casper, Wendy.
That's hillbillies. I mean, where modern movies were shown, not where they showed, on the side on the side of a garage while they roasted the squirrel. I'm talking about
that's your perspective. Theories.
Like who? You're talking about ghosts. I said that. I named that one.
Yeah. That's not a scary one.
I mean, even Ghostbusters was comedy, but they had some scary ghosts in it.
The ghost at Walt Disney from the mansion?
What are you talking about?
You've never gone to Walt Disney where you go through the mansion and they have the ghosts that are dancing on the ballroom and they hop into the little carriage thing when you're driving through.
And that has what to do with the movie?
None whatsoever.
I'm just saying, people, why do you think, okay, let me ask you this then. Why do you think people go into quote unquote haunted buildings?
Because they want to communicate with dead people.
Friendly ones?
I do.
That really, like if, again, we talked about this before. If building A is filled with friendly spirits where all you're going to get is maybe a smell and maybe a hello on EVP and, whatever, or the other building where something's going to go flying across the room, and you're going to hear cussing and growling, which one are you going to go in?
I'm going to go to the nice one.
Boring. Thank you. Even you're choking on that because you can't believe it. Boring. I don't want that one.
Says you.
I don't want that. I'll go through that one to get to the good one, but I won't go.
So, but let me take a little step back here from what you just said. So, communicating with the spirit, I'm getting the name of who it is and what their life was like and whatever, their age, what happened to them, blah, blah, blah. That is boring compared to some demonic something that comes out. And, well, if it's dragging you and slamming you up against the wall and scaring the heebie-jeebies and doing all of this stuff, you just said the scary stuff. Everybody likes the scary stuff and
I never said demonic.
Flying things and, the more horrifying things. There's nothing boring about communicating with any spirit.
So these Halloween things that you walk through where people dress up in those bloody scenes and all that make millions and millions of dollars this time of year, what do you think people would rather go to? Those things or one where people are dressed up as smiley cats?
Well, crazy
and whatever you walk in the rooms and they go meow meow.
I have a theory
ruff,
about
ruff,
that.
I'm a dog. No one's going in that building. They're going in the scary building.
People need to go do that because they don't have any excitement in life. They need their adrenaline rush, and that's how. Just like people like there are people who like to jump out of airplanes. I would not do that. There are people who like to swim with sharks. I'm not going to do that. People like to go take and jump off mountains with these little fly gliders. I'm not going to do that. That's not me. I have enough adrenaline and excitement in my life to last me a lifetime. I don't need to do those things.
So tomorrow, Van Horn, I'm just going to give you a little bit of advice if you're coming to that event. If you see the protection circle, don't believe that it works one bit because when the chips are down and someone goes running, they ain't running for the protection circle. They're running for the stairs to get back up into the house. That's where the protection circle really is. All good. Just so you know. You may be in it, but she ain't gonna be in it. She's gonna be up the stairs, out of the basement.
I got so scared
into the hallway with the lights on.
I forgot that it was there.
just so you know, if you see it, you better believe she'll knock you down.
But I'm honest. I tell everybody in my group, I'm a runner. When something truly scares me, I run, and I do. So what's wrong with that? I tell you the truth.
It's wrong when you're leaving 4 or 5 people in the space where the stuff is happening.
I didn't break the circle. There was someone in the protection circle. I wasn't in it at the time when I got scared. Somebody else was sitting there. So, what can I say?
But anyway, it doesn't happen anywhere else. So you guys are safe as long as you're with the rest of us.
Now, if a real
Shaggy
person,
here, no.
But if a real person tried to harm you, I would step between you and that real person. I'm weird like that. My brain is, if I can see the danger, I will stand my ground. But if I can't see it, I'm gone.
Yeah, the psychic fair is tomorrow.
Yes.
In Woodbridge, 95 Port Reading Avenue, which is the Acedia. I don't even know how to say the name of the building. It's a really nice building. Yeah. It is if you haven't been there before, if you see the space, it is a really nice open space and they have chandelier lighting.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. It's a
beautiful setting.
And the weather's going to be beautiful tomorrow. So again.
And they're going to have they're going to have a food truck there this time. I'll speak English at some points.
Again, when you're selling it, would you mention food trucks if you were selling the expo?
That there's some going to be there? Yeah, why? What would be
would that be a selling point? Would that be like one of the first things you mentioned if you were selling
if somebody's hungry? Why you got pick on me, man?
Because it's weird what you bring up. Like most people, psychic fair. Most people you would say, they're readers. Like Edward is going to be there, who does the bones and the runes. Then you got tarot card readers. Then you have people selling different things like crystals and all this other stuff. Then you have other readers that are going to be doing mediumship readings. And this one's mentioning the psychic food truck. That's right. The medium meatball sandwich and the I mean, honestly, listen to the way she sells things. You wonder
I love this
why
man.
I do all the promoting and all of the
But sometimes
organization
this
for
long
the
hair
events.
could be used to.
I mean, like that's gonna make anybody go. Food trucks with
No, I
benches.
was listen.
Like there's in the fall, there's not
Okay.
a million places that have food trucks and benches.
He is right on this to a certain extent, 100%. But because we've never had food trucks there before, and we're going to have one there this time.
And people managed every other year without them.
But I'm excited that there is going to be a food truck there because it hasn't happened in the past. Shoot me, okay? Yeah.
So again, for those of you who are coming just for the food truck and the
joking,
benches,
so you know.
Great. We welcome you as well. Have a great time out there on the food truck with the benches. Yeah, poltergeist pulled pork.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's got a Slimer soda. That's
no, but we do have some really
That's what we're calling the Mountain Dew drink, Slimer soda. That'll be on the menu. So
we do have some really good psychic mediums that are going to be there, and vendors that are going to be there. So you definitely, and John had mentioned earlier, there is going to be a street fair right down the road from us too. So if you wanted, you could go back and forth. You could sign up for stuff and vice versa.
By the way, at the expo, we'll have 7 food trucks and benches. So you want to talk about a bonanza of great things. Woo-hoo, you are in for a treat come November 2nd and 3rd.
That the pillow
Wow.
doesn't hit him.
Yeah, now you thought one food truck was exciting.
Hey, they're even offering coffee.
Thank you.
I hear they're offering coffee too.
Again, this is what we deal with though. Everyone didn't starve to death. You know what the funny thing is? You could leave and come back. There are literally dozens of restaurants in Woodbridge within 5 minutes. You go out of there, you go down the street, Main Street is right there.
Do you do that?
Pizzerias. There's Mexican places. There's all different restaurants there.
Do you do that?
What?
Would you, like, if you were someplace and then you would leave and then you would come back? Or do we
Sure, why wouldn't I?
I'm just curious.
If I knew there was something close to eat nearby, yeah.
I'm just asking. Just asking.
I mean, I order pizza every year.
He does. He has
pizza tomorrow.
He has pizza delivered. He does. Yeah, we do that every year.
Paranormal pizza. It's going to be. But anyway.
Cheesy ghost.
We do get a pretty good turn. Last year was a pretty good turnout. And like I said, the building's beautiful. This is my favorite building for the Psychic Fair. We've done it in other places. This one looks really, really nice. And last year it rained the whole day.
Oh.
I mean, the whole day. Soon as the poor vendors, you know, when they have to unload in this pouring rain, it is like, you know, you feel bad for them because they're rushing their stuff in and they're raining out there, and even people getting out of their cars, rain. This year's going to be beautiful.
I didn't know what that woman said.
It's going to be beautiful.
My phone will scroll down. She's on the YouTube.
Hey, Jay, we were just talking about it. Your ears might have been ringing when we were with Donna.
You got my message, right, Jay?
What was your message to
about
Jay?
The room.
But Jay, we were talking about you in a good way. I was anyway. Chris, not so much. But anyway, me, I had lots of nice, good things to say about you. Jay's got our back. That's what we know about Jay. And Jay, we were talking that you're welcome at any of our events, whether they're sold out or not. You could plan to come. What are you laughing at?
I'm just like, I'm my brain. The conversation. They always talk about us. Who always talks about us, Tracy? Or about you guys? So my phone's not popping up with that stuff. For some reason, my phone stopped giving messages. Continue. I'm in my own world.
It's really hard when you're.
Let me let you finish.
No, I want you to have private chats with whoever you want to. No, Tracy, the only reason we talk about you is because, yes, you can't get away with saying apparatus at a paranormal event. I'm sorry, but you just can't. It will never be forgotten. Ever, ever, ever. So
even Donna said apparatus on the auction the other night too. Because she
Just
thought
like
it was funny.
the guy we're going to be working with to film a segment for a TV thing, he made the mistake of telling me that another paranormal person that he worked with kept referring to him as Mr.
Oh,
whatever his
oh.
last name is. And he's like, I kept saying, you don't have to call me Mr. whatever. And you should never tell me that. Because as soon as you do, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to call you Mr. whatever every time I see you. Yeah, I think everyone will always laugh at that because.
Oh, how can you not? That was funny.
Tracy just.
But you know what, Tracy? You did that, and you took his his attention went to that, and that's how he does. I get that on a daily basis. He cracks on me for the things I say and how I am. Like even before we came live, I just asked him, "You want a water?" And he was just like, "You want
to hear
what?"
what she just say it again.
Like,
yeah, say it again.
You want a water?
It was literally one word. There was no break in between the words. It was one water, and it sounded like Kuna Matata, one water. I'm like,
so.
Am I in Hawaii or something?
Nice
is that an island?
Share the goodness.
Is that an
John.
island on Hawaii, Wanawata? I'm like, where did that even come from?
It's nice that you get a piece of John too. I'm sharing him with all of you.
Well, we did. We went to Gettysburg yesterday. We drove out there because somebody wanted to for her birthday.
I did.
And somebody said okay to going 3 hours one way and 4 hours the other way in traffic so that someone could have breakfast at a place and hang out in Gettysburg. So yes, Mr. Mean and Teasing and Cruel tends to do, like I said, actions and words, actions. Or did you not see that proposal? Just watch it. Words, actions. Wanna.
And now he'll dehydrate because I.
How do we do these three? We do the 3 hour rides because what I do is I listen to her. We talk for about half the trip, probably, maybe, and then I turn the radio on.
We listen to stuff. While we're driving, and then we have conversations in between.
And then Chris points out everything she sees along the way, whether it's
a donkey. I saw a donkey.
Or a donkey. Or a building that has a funny thing on the side of it. I've got to hear about every single.
I'm observant. Thing.
But anyway, we did go to Gettysburg, and that when we went there for the convention in August for Battlefield Bash. We didn't get to see Little Round Top. They redid Little Round Top, and we didn't get to walk around. And this time we got to hang out with Pam and Steve, who, again, we have a great time with, and we laugh with. And you saw those pictures. I do have to tell you that I have known this person next to me for many, many, many years.
Many moons.
And there are things that she does that are beyond
not boring.
Reason and beyond explanation or understanding. And I just shake my head and go with the flow because
you never know what you're going to get.
Normal people don't do things like this. So I have a picture on my phone that I'll be glad to share on the page afterwards. We're taking pictures of Little Round Top and all the different things.
And why did that come about? Why did I do it?
And somebody says, sometimes when you take pictures from different angles, you get a totally different perspective. That's what a lot of different photographers do.
So I went with
it. And then I see someone bend forward like they're going on all fours and put their hand under their butt and take a picture with their head between their legs, basically.
Always bent over.
Taking a picture.
Uh-huh.
And then
the picture came out great.
And then they go, look at this. Look at, doesn't it look completely different between this picture and then proceeded to do that every time they went to take a picture at the different spots we went.
And it worked.
It was like
I got the sky with them.
Literally, I have a picture of her doing it.
It was pretty darn cool.
I thought I'd never see anybody do
it
once.
I can't take pictures.
But to do it like 7 times, yeah. And there was one guy who was off to the side.
That wasn't me who did it.
Well, because Steve started doing it because
Steve
they
tried
believed
it.
that you were doing
But
something
he took a shot of his butt
different.
instead by mistake.
And I'm just like, well, look at the people that I'm with. And again, how
I
do
didn't
I
do it in front of
how am I
anybody
with
else.
someone like this, and how do I associate with these people? It's just
I bring enlightenment.
oh no, you.
I bring being not so
Oh, somebody will
uptight.
scoop her up, all right, Patricia. And they're gonna put her in a room with pads and give her a special jacket.
John is so uptight and worries about everybody around him and what they think and
normal.
how you're
It's
going
called
to
normal.
look.
It's
and
called
when
normal.
I flip my
being
head up,
normal.
he goes, "Your hair is everywhere." I'm not vain. I don't
It's
care.
called being normal.
It's
normal.
not normal.
I'm
not.
normal.
No. I am such a person that I control a lot of my impulses and I'm a wacky person. 100%. I definitely have a very quirky side. And I contain a lot of it because I don't think this guy could handle it.
She don't bring the sun. She brings the.
I bring the shine.
The crazy. She brings the crazy with her. And I'm out there with these people, and I'm just like, this guy.
He's like embarrassed.
He wanders over, and he's doing.
That had nothing to do with me.
He's doing his own thing, and he looks to the right,
and that's Steve.
And there's Steve taking.
I didn't do it in front of people.
A picture underneath his butt with the, and I'm just like, that guy's looking, and he's looking like. What are these crazy? Make sure you get those kind of. Yeah.
I wasn't on all fours. I was bent over.
That's what our photographer is going to be doing the whole time. We want perspectives of different angles.
Hey.
Have you ever heard of such a thing? Again, this is what I deal with.
I was being.
Know what I deal with.
Facetious, and it turned out to be a great shot.
The success of this group, in spite of. Just think about it. Think about it. Think really long and hard about it. Running away when things are banging and leaving people in the protection circles, taking a picture of upside down with their butt angle.
What's the LRT
This is
mean?
what I deal with.
What does LRT mean? Sometimes I don't catch on so quick.
How is the new LRT?
What's the new LRT, Donna? Sometimes I'm a little slow on the uptake.
I don't know. Never heard of it. But anyway, that's what but we had a great time, and then we got stuck in
a
crap ton of traffic on the way home.
The reason why I asked to go to Gettysburg is because Pam and Steve had told us, and then our friends Nancy and Jonathan told us that Only Round Top was it was.
I liked it. A lot of people say they don't like the way it turned out. I thought it looked.
I understand why they did what they did.
The only thing is that it's not real handicap accessible. It wasn't before, and it's still not, which is kind of strange to me.
You could roll up there, but you really can't go in.
No, but there's that one where you come down, and then there's like bumps and
those stones that are like you can't walk on it. It's like if you walk with a crutch or
that was the thing that was strange to me.
It would make it difficult.
All that money, I think they would have
made it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go because Hunt's Battlefield Fries, he's retiring and it's closing. And John and I, for every time we've gone there, we always stop for his breakfast. We absolutely, good night, Tracy. See you tomorrow. We absolutely love that breakfast. It is our staple. When it's closed, it kills us when we go there and we can't get to it.
Guys,
and we go there every time we go. That's a rule. That is what we look forward to. It's like a highlight. And they told us that he's closing, and he's going to be closing before we can be there in December to go for breakfast.
Not true.
Well, not now, but at the time we were told that. So hold your bacon. And so when we got there, that's what I want. When he asked me what do you want to do, I said that's what I want to do. I want to go up there early in the morning and have one more breakfast up there. And he was open on the Thursday, thank God. So we drove up there for the breakfast, and that was. And then talking to him, he came out and he talked to us and everything. And he actually said that he was closing in November. And then he said, well, maybe I'll be open when you guys come up for your thing in December. And if that happens, that's where we're going to be Saturday morning.
Yeah, you see the picture of that's where we are when we're sitting at that little hole-in-the-wall restaurant with me, Pam, and Steve, and Chris. With the guy we're sitting with is the guy who owns Hunt's. And he had the waitress bend over on all fours and take the camera, stick it under her butt.
Not.
And that picture.
That didn't even happen.
That's one of those images that you see that different perspective. But we had a good time. But yes, we were very tired because we left the creeper at around 11 because, again, we haven't seen Donna in a while, so we hung out, and we talked, and we opened up pouches, and then we left there, and we literally, I slept for probably less than 4 hours, and had to get up, and then we went to Gettysburg, had a good time there, and then, today comes and there's a lot of expo stuff going on, handle all that, plus Psychic Fair stuff going on, and events.
Getting ready for the event for
and
the
it's
night,
like,
yeah.
Jeez Louise, man.
Go, 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 baby!
Yeah, we're really going. So
like your phone has an energy pack where you recharge? That's what I need.
But I'm looking forward to tomorrow because, again, this person that's going to go there and tour the place is like, I want tickets, and we're only there twice a year.
Yeah.
So, they go and people miss out, and we feel bad about that. Believe me, I feel bad for every person that emailed me, and someone requested, there was two groups that wanted 7 tickets each for the Mine on October 19th. And it's like, could I add Friday night? Yeah. Do I want to? No. I mean, no way. We're just, the pace that we're on with the library lectures and the Friday and Saturday night events. Just, I mean, we're doing October 11th and 12th back to back with Juwan, and then, God, what are we doing the night after? I don't even know. So it's going to be busy, but it's fun and it goes by quick. And like I said, the expo is 6 weeks. So, I mean, it goes by really, really fast. But
Donna, you're on the list for tomorrow, if that's what you're talking about. For one. You said, wish I was going. If you're talking about tomorrow, the Van Horn, you're on the list. Just so you know. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Okay. You didn't even know that you purchased it, obviously. See how that worked out? I
do, and I see everybody else watching for you to resolve this. When you could have just reached out to her afterwards.
Okay.
And
she's right here.
That's all right. Anyway, that's what she does, and does it often. So again, remember, tomorrow, unless the whole basement is in a protection circle, you're not safe anywhere. And God help you if it's dark down there and there's a tunnel not a tunnel, but it's like a little bridgeway that leads you to the back, where I got a lot of stuff in this one little tiny room that separates the basements from the one you can't get into on the other side. And that way, though, if you were to run, you're going to either hit your head or you're going to have a hard time going to finding the stairs to go back up. So
I bet you I won't.
If she leaves you down there, you're going to be in the dark way in the back. So
who says?
It's already happened.
I have not been in that basement to do that, to get scared. Listen, and the people who were there will be my witness. That bang was pretty darn ba-boom. That wasn't a little tink. It was a loud bang.
The most you should do with a bang, no matter how loud it is, and even if it's right near you, is just a jump and whoa. What was that?
We're not talking about a pot falling on the floor in the kitchen. We're not talking about something falling off the shelf in front of you that went boom. We're talking about something that makes a noise that is not there and should not be
All
there.
Right. Hey, everybody watching, if you can comment, if you heard a loud bang near or around you, would you run or just kind of react to it, like jump or whatever? If you would run, type run. If you wouldn't
think
run,
it's someone dead saying they did it, yeah.
Just say wouldn't run or run. That's what I want to say. I want a consensus of everyone here. Jump. Okay, jump.
Jump in,
which
run.
Is a normal.
React
is not running. Anybody else? React or run. React or run. That's what we'll say. React or run.
Well, running is a reaction.
Scream, then run and curse.
Reaction is running. I would scream, jump,
react
and throw
and
everything.
Run.
There you go.
No run. I would scream, jump, throw whatever's in my hands.
Mickey. I know you
wouldn't run, investigate it. Would not run, try to communicate. Sound like plane hit the building, so yeah, ran on. Okay.
So let me ask you another thing.
Oh, not done yet. React, then investigate. That's kind of react. Hold on, we're still going here.
No.
Don't try to defend yourself. We're not done yet.
I'm not going to defend myself. So there's
Don't
somebody
try to
in
filibuster.
hold on a second. Somebody's in that corner that's holding a knife. You're going to go investigate it, or are you going to move your little bacon?
That's not what we're talking about.
I'm saying this because you don't know what's in that corner. You can't see it. You don't have a clue what in God's creation is
You're
in that
comparing
corner.
a bang in a room to someone holding
I
a
am
knife
just,
in the
you
corner.
don't know. You're assuming what it is. It might be saying, I'm going to get you if you don't move. I'm trying to scare you. Get away from me. What are you doing? And again, you have to remember, I was traumatized
Boy, are
by
you
stuff.
in the wrong business.
Well,
jeez.
I'm not
if that's your
disagreeing.
attitude
I'm not disagreeing.
for a bang or a noise?
Yes. That one, it was, listen, guys, it wasn't it was a boom. There's a difference. I'm running, people. Just so you know, I'm running. Now, I've done this. If somebody pulls a gun on you and I can see him or whatever, I will stand in front and protect you. Because there's something in my brain that if I can see it, I'm fine. If I can't see it, I'm terrified.
But you just said the guy with the knife.
I'm just because I can't see it. I can't
You're
defend,
running because you're
can't
assuming
defend
it could be a guy in a knife.
I'm just saying I can't see it.
You don't make any sense.
I can't. It does. It's not about making
No,
sense.
It's
I
about
know it doesn't make sense.
You can't control your instincts and your reactions. Fight or flight. You're a flight person.
I am a flight person with things, but this is wrong because he doesn't.
Every time I've ever seen you.
Yes, with unseen things. You bet your bacon in my butt.
Okay, that's what we're talking about.
But if it's something I can see and it's tangible, I'm different, and I know it's not psychologically like normal that you think you would.
But that's a reaction, Celine. That's not. You didn't run.
It's really because of the stuff I went through when I was younger. I have a total intense fear of things I cannot see.
Then why would you get into something where you're leading groups of people in the dark?
Why would I do that?
You could, if that's your fear and phobia, you should not expose yourself to that.
I'm a flight risk taker passport.
I mean, honestly, come on.
No, because
not everything. I have a fear of heights, but
not everything
because my significant other is a tightrope walker. I do it
because not everything scares me. It's the darker stuff, or the when I get a feeling of that tension. That stuff terrifies me. You can see there's other things I don't have that reaction to at all.
Like I said,
and by the way, y'all, Donna and
y'all, we got a y'all there. Oh, that's
Donna
attitude.
and John were talking back and forth when we went to the Creeper Gallery, and she said, I should have never stopped that session with John with that wooden idol thing, fawn fetish thing, that I should have let it go out to the conclusion. And I said, you weren't here. You didn't understand what was going on. Just like his reaction to it.
She was 100% right.
She was
Chris
wrong.
does not like when people agree with me and tell her that she's mistaken.
She wasn't in that room with you.
She doesn't
and she wasn't at risk.
And she will defend it to the grave.
When I'm right, I will.
You think you're right.
I know that session need to have stopped.
No,
and
that was the beginning interaction.
No, it wasn't.
And
it was building.
Needed to be.
It was building.
Fished out.
And you were getting angrier and testier.
It needed to be so you could have removed yourself, and I could have.
I agree, Patricia.
And seen where it went.
And see, Donna and him are two cohorts where they would go into a burning fire if they thought something mysterious and whatever. They wouldn't know how to not touch the fire. That's how they are when it comes to the dark stuff. Just like the cursed box and all of the other stuff that they do.
In a case like that,
they are so curious.
You need to remove yourself so that I can continue with that.
No, that needed to be stopped. Now, I didn't say that he shouldn't revisit it, but when it got to a certain point, you had to be pulled back from that. That you weren't on the other side of that. Sorry. And he hasn't watched it, so he doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Even if I did, it wouldn't make a difference. There's more of a story to tell, and that's our thing is to let them tell their story and see why people hear the crying from the object or why they hear the laughing from the object. That's why we're there. So
when you come at me and you're not you, or what, everybody should just watch that like you.
So according to you, when I heard the walking upstairs in the Creeper Gallery and nobody was there, I should have left.
No.
Why?
Because you did that thing was upstairs and it wasn't harming you. You didn't.
How did I know it was going to come downstairs and harm me?
I didn't. But here's the thing, John. I was sitting on the other side of you. You were under doing what you were doing. And what was happening in that room with you?
Don is right.
No.
Don and I are right.
Because you're a nut job.
And
you're just nuts.
Wow. Did you hear that?
He's
Insults.
nuts.
Insults.
And so is she.
Insults. Don is right.
But you two don't believe in demons.
So next time when I go back
and
I investigate that, I will have to do it by myself.
I didn't say that. But
no, I will though.
But I will say this, guys, in all fairness and how this we're gonna end this is the fact is that Donna and John do not believe in demons. They do not believe in what I consider to be true evil. They think bad people are evil. They don't believe in the supernatural of evil like I do. So the consequences, they don't believe in those consequences, which I do believe in the certain consequences. And when I believe that that's something that's manifesting, happening, I am going to shut it down when it starts to heighten and go, you don't like something like that. I don't. We're not there to exercise or we don't have the ability to handle something like that. I don't want to handle something like that.
Until you have your head touched.
I don't know, Jay. You know what, Jay? Maybe we have you sit in with John when he goes back and he does that fun fetish.
I'm talking to him by himself. And why am I talking about myself in the third person?
I don't know.
I sound like the guy from Seinfeld. Jimmy can jump. Jimmy's not feeling good. No. Evil exists. There is evil in the world. There's.
But you think it's only human evil?
There's evil energy. I'll even give you that. There's evil energy in the world. But in my opinion, demons are like fairies and leprechauns and unicorns.
So you think that whatever energy that you consider evil was human before? It can't be something that's outside of the human realm.
I think that long time ago, again, religion, I don't want to get too far down the rabbit hole, but somebody wrote all these things in a book about religion and about, again, moral guidelines for humans so they don't kill each other and rape each other and do a lot of bad things in the world. So they outlined all these guidelines. So how do you make people fear? What do you do to enforce these things?
Like what you do with a kid, monsters under the bed.
Exactly.
Yes.
Therefore, the devil and demons were created.
And I agree to you.
So,
I do agree with that theory.
But do I believe there's evil in people? Yes, I do believe sociopaths exist.
But I've experienced the paranormal I've experienced.
I believe there are sick people in the world. Yes, and I do believe some of that energy, just like the good energy from grandma tea kettle cover thing, could exist. So could the bad evil energy are surrounding the one person who butchered his family.
But
that's what I believe.
My experience, mine, which you've never experienced, which Don has never experienced, and I pray that anyone that has it never does, is that there is something more, even more than that. And I believe that, and it's both sides, the darker side of that and the lighter side of that. I've experienced both, and I believe it. And there's nothing you could say or do that would shake my foundation of that.
I'm telling you, I am a little over a month away from getting my magic powers. So when I do, I will explain everything
meditation
to all of you, because I will be a certified. I don't know what to. I got to look for a title, because I have to anoint myself with something at that point. I got to find out what my official title is, because I will be anointing myself.
Paranormal guru.
That's something. Did you take the class out? No.
Are you kidding?
I'm doing a workshop. I haven't looked at any of the videos yet.
No. Donna, I started.
I am what do you call those things, like when when you have an exam the next day and you study the night before?
Oh, you cram. You like to cram.
Yes.
Cram study.
I cram study.
I
will watch that video 2 or 3 times in a row, and then I will be ready.
Are you certified? I started. I did a page, and then I never was able to. I was going to write a book about the experience.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the video. I was going to say
I wrote a page, and that's as far as I got. And honestly, it kind of triggered me a little bit when I didn't realize that was going to happen. I started writing it, and when I started that first page, and it started like touching on like from the beginning, I kind of got a little bit afraid. This may sound stupid, but I kind of got afraid, wondering if maybe I would open that back up in some weird
Yeah,
way.
you know, that's the thing too. I not to comment on you and your experience in that. I would rather write, fiction,
Then
because
yeah,
fiction's easy, fiction's made up. It's all you can base it on actual experiences of people you know in your life. But you're right. Some bones are left
and
better buried
I'm gonna tell you
because
something.
yeah. But goes back to again trauma. We talk about mediums and how they all suffer trauma, and a lot of mediums have that in common. Um, there's a reason that when people are suffering from severe trauma, car accident, abuse, whatever, that your brain in a lot of cases has the ability to compartmentalize
It cuts off the
and
sharp
take you
edges.
away. I think that same mechanism is in effect with a lot of people, not all, because I know people suffer from PTSD and all that, but some people do have that ability to start creating
Yeah,
layers
it's like you're
of
burying it.
protection. And yeah, if you start chiseling away at those things to get to that core trauma,
And the funny thing
you
is
could be
that
hurting
I
yourself.
reached out to each one of my family members because I feel it's really important not just to speak about from my perspective, but their perspective growing up with me and the things that they saw and witnessed to give it clarity. Because my perception of something is good and someone else's is going to be totally different. And each time I spoke to one of my sisters, one of them did write something and sent it to me. My father wrote something, but he didn't want to touch on the things that actually happened because it totally freaked him out, and he just didn't want to face those things again. And my other sisters, they talked to me on the phone about it, but they literally said they don't want to put it down on writing, because to put it down in writing and to give it to me, then it's not just a, oh, do you remember, ha ha ha, funny. It's
Yeah,
real,
you're
and
delving
it's
back
like
into
yeah,
the
that horror
yeah,
of what was
yeah.
happening. And it really opened my eyes how much trauma they suffered from it because of me, and what they went through from
That was the
their end
Babadook.
of dealing with what they were dealing with. And that really was an eye-opener, because when you're in the middle of trauma, you only look at your side of it and like what, because it was happening to me, but and it might have been happening to me, but it was affecting them as well. And that was quite an eye-opener for me. So I'm not pushing too hard on it. I'm kind of like, I'm a little bit, I'm intimidated by it, to be honest.
No,
You would
I
think I
get
would
that
be,
on
but I
some
am.
level. That's why we're vastly different when it comes to, um, again, I have many a character flaw, and I'll be the
Yes, you will,
first.
Patricia.
I'll be the first to tell you that I know what my character flaws are, and I recognize them. And we were just talking. I know we're going long, but we'll run over a little bit here. One of my major character flaws is people will invite us to do stuff for an extended period of time. Come away with us for the week. We were just invited, Pam and Steve and other people, to go to Tennessee for the week. Other people have invited us to. I'm not wired to be with people for a week. I'm not, and it's a character flaw. I can be with people for a day or two. And I'm not talking about like on a cruise. A cruise, you can get away from people. You can go do your own thing. You could, you know, I'm talking about being like in a cabin or being somewhere where people are all the
But
time.
you say it's a flaw, but is it because you suffer anxiety, you
Yeah,
get
I
overwhelmed?
get
So it's
beyond
not a
overwhelmed.
flaw,
It
it's a
becomes
condition.
it becomes exhausting to me, and the idea of, oh my God, it's going to be the same tomorrow, and tomorrow I need to get away from people at some point and just unplug. And so that's a big character flaw of mine, which she's the opposite when it comes to a lot of, and the same aspect when it comes to trauma and grieving. We're opposite in the fact that, oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
When it comes to grieving I avoid feeling the way I felt when I lost really, really, you know, important people in my life, my mom, my sister. I don't want to revisit those feelings. I don't want to feel that way because it's it's indescribable pain that you go through, when you lose people that are that, close to you and mean that much to you, that I will avoid the subject of my sister and my mom, because even now it's starting to dredge it up, and I will quickly talk about anything else, just because the pain that I feel when it comes up, and I project that onto others. So when she'll bring up her daughter or anything like that, I try not to, because for me it's going down the rabbit hole. If you do that with me, I automatically start circling the drain, and I'm going to go down. And I know what I feel like, and she's not me, and I know that. With her, it's she can talk about things in a way that are positive and good memories, and just it not be, what I mean, such a horrible feeling type of thing that is stirring up. I'm not like that. So for me, right away, if we start bringing up her daughter, I won't focus on it. I won't continue with the conversation. I'll change the subject, because I'm projecting how I feel, and that I'm getting sad thinking about it. And it, so we're two different people when it comes to that. And I know, like I said, this is very personal, and I'm saying this, but I know I can be looked at as insensitive, or she can look at me like someone you can't talk to that about. But it's my flaw in that I don't want to revisit those feelings for me. You know what I mean? So I project that onto others as well. So, I mean, I miss my mom. I love my mom. I love my sister. But talking about them beyond a certain point is going to really make me go down a rabbit hole that I don't. It's hard to come out of that for me, and I project that. And I feel bad that I do with you when it comes to, Christina, but it really is just me trying to feel like I'm saving you from additional pain by it's just the way I'm wired. You know what I mean?
And of course, I know this about you, and that's why I talk about Christina to other people, because for me, my thing is, yeah, it's depressing, it hurts, and yeah, I fall down with it and I struggle with it on certain days, and for certain reasons something triggers it, but I have a mechanism that automatically I make myself stop going down that drain and get into another effect. And my thing is that the loved ones that for me, and this is my take and how I'm different from John, like he said, is that if we stop talking about our loved ones or remembering their death and losing them is not the all of the sum of their life.
No, I'm not saying that.
No,
either.
I know you're not.
I'm not trying to make them
for
invisible.
Me, you're not, and that's just. But for me, it's like talking, and like we'll be in the car and I'll say, "Oh my God, I remember when and I was like," and he doesn't respond to it because I do know that it's like
it triggers pain.
It does.
Deep
so
pain.
For me, and it does for me. It's just that, but it's that also brings that she was there.
Of course.
She lived.
No,
and I
get
to
that
other people
100%.
I know you do.
You can tell funny stories about your life, and I do when it comes to my family.
But you have a hard time with it.
Yeah, for me,
it's
a struggle, and the pain really is undescribable, and I don't like feeling.
No, and you deal with that with anything anything that's painful or anything that's uncomfortable. Yeah. That's who you are. And
again, even
that's insightful of you.
When we were going through what we were going through, all that I could try to do for her was get her out of here and try to distance herself from, and there's no way to do that. When you lose someone, there's just no way to do that.
Yeah,
you go through the process, and you do, but I tried my best to just take her out of here, go for walks and do things to just try to make it. I know there was no helping.
And you know what? Lo and behold, John got into antiquing and going to flea markets, which he was totally against way before, but he ended up falling. So there's strange things that happen with the things that we do.
But this is part of, again, a successful relationship is
we know each other.
Yeah, I'm me and she's her, but everything that all of my flaws are her strengths,
And vice versa.
and all the millions of strengths that I have, more than make up for whatever small ones
And
that
he's
I
got
have.
to live with
I
my
have a few.
quirky side.
I have a few, but I mean, no, but I'm just saying that's why we're friends. I mean, you hear us go back and forth on these live streams.
Oh yeah.
That's all we're doing. I mean, we laugh as well. Crystal may not know how to laugh at a comedian. We're going to find that out next week for sure. But I mean, again, we wouldn't have been together as long as we have if we're not,
I'll laugh.
completely compatible on many, many different levels. It's what makes us who we are. And we are real people and we're genuine people. And somebody had said to me, what was it? Somebody had said to me just last week or the week before, it was something about me wearing black or something, or dressed in black or whatever.
Oh, you weren't dressed in black.
And I was just like, that's the character. That's the online John.
That's what he said.
You're talking to, this is real John. You're meeting you're with real John right now. Real John wears, lighter colors and different, color shorts and stuff like that. Your online John wears black and sunglasses, but no, real life John, you're looking at the character. Online YouTube John, this is me. This is real me.
That was funny when someone said that to him.
There is
Thank
no
you,
real.
Christine.
There is no real me. This is, unfortunately, 24/7 me. Chris will be the first to take that. Unfortunately, I wish there was another version, but this is the only one. Sorry.
You are unique.
Hello, Chris. How are you? So we went on long enough about absolutely nothing. I apologize. I know we go down the rabbit hole.
We're tired, people.
It's not always about all the paranormal
Sleep
stuff.
deprived.
It is about who we are and what we do,
Yeah.
and why we do what we do.
And then just watching you guys going back and John doing that survey and who would run whatever. And I'll tell you what, though. I think some of y'all would run. I think y'all just feeding into that whole thing about I stay and investigate.
See, that's another quirk that you have that drives me. She does voices and accents for no reason. Sometimes it'll be English. Sometimes it'll be that hillbilly, whatever she was doing there. And it's just weird because she never ever talks like that
done it my whole life.
Any other time. And yet,
you know where I get it from?
You'll get a bloody every now and then. A bloody this,
my mother did that all the time. My mother was a quirky, funny, engaging person, and I looked up to her and adored her, and I think all of my sisters, all my siblings have that. We're quirky. We're definitely quirky people.
Been a fair friend. No, never been there.
Never.
Maybe in the future though. Next year we plan on traveling. That's the plan for next year.
Yeah.
Did I say that out loud?
Did you?
I'm sorry.
I
shouldn't. Every time I say something,
is
somebody announces it on their page the next day as their idea. But I can't keep doing that. I said I wouldn't do it anymore, and I'm not doing it anymore. Anyway,
all right, we need
tomorrow, hopefully, we will see some of you at the Psychic Fair. Again, remember, 11 to 5 in Woodbridge, Port Reading Avenue, right up the street from the Barron Arts Center. Come by, even if you spend the $5 and donate it to the Barron Arts Center. Check out the free lectures. And please, by all means, the headliner is the food truck and the benches. You do not want to miss that. It's going to be crazy. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow during the day at the Psychic Fair. And for those of you we see tomorrow at the Van Horn, we'll see you guys at 7 o'clock when we kick off. And remember, there is no such thing as a protection circle.
Not for Chris.
So don't fall for it.
Have a good night.
Don't fall for it.
Stay safe. Stay healthy. Most importantly, please be kind to each other.
And we'll be back on
when we're awake.
Monday, probably, when we recover to either wrap the whole thing up or we'll start the cable access series. Either one. We'll get around to that. We will.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Good night, everyone. We'll see you.